Yep. You already know who it is, man. It's King Ade with the Wizards Review. And tonight might be one of the worst sports nights in DC history. It might be, yo. It might be one of the worst sports nights in Washington, D.C. history, man. My heart was broken twice in less than an hour. Twice in less than an hour. I was watching two games. Had one game on the laptop, one game on the big screen. You know? Trying to take it all in. It felt towards the end of both games, it felt like it was parallel, whether you're watching the Commanders or you're watching the Wizards. The game is so close. Back and forth. We got a chance to win the game. Literally both games. I could be here in double euphoria tonight, but instead, I'm in double pain. You know what I mean? I'm really hurting right now. My Commanders lost to the New York Giants. The Wizards lose to the LA Lakers. I mean, we got it bi-coastal tonight, yo. We got smacked up bi-coastal tonight, man. You know? I'm beginning to really, there's been jokes throughout the years. There's been jokes about, the teams and being cursed and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But I think Washington, anything with the word Washington in it, I think there's a curse in it right now, man. And I know there's a lot of big decisions that affect not only the United States, but all around the world that are made in Washington, D.C. And I don't know what it is, man, but this town tonight, to lose on L.A. in itself, I know it's a regular season game, but it's in L.A., Showtime, Lakers. To lose to them, and then a big-time playoff game against the team that represents the media capital of the world. To lose to them on prime time. The Wizards losing their 10th game. The number 10 is always a milestone in one way or the other. The number 10. We lost 10 games in a row in LA on the night where the Commanders played for their playoff lives against the New York Giants on primetime TV. You can't write the script, man. You can't write this script. Even if you tried, you can't write a script like this. You know what I mean? This was one of the most horrible nights. I'm feeling terrible, man. I'm feeling terrible. I'm feeling hopeless. I'm feeling like, why did I have to become a fan of these teams? So I could be in annual misery, annual frustration. I'm so devastated tonight, y'all. I'm so devastated tonight. I don't know which game hurts more. Yeah, I do. It's the Commanders, to be real. It's the Commanders. This is playoffs. The Wizards, though we lost 10 in a row, it's not looking really good. They could somehow, some way still have a chance to turn it around. You know what I mean? It looks highly unlikely. I would bet against it the way they've been playing. However, they played well, and there were great signs tonight that showed what we could be if we could play a full 48 of focused basketball. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was watching both games, keeping my eye on both games. I think I did a pretty good job of, seeing what was going on with the Wizards. But the priority was the Commanders tonight. I'm not even gonna front on y'all tonight. You know what I'm saying? But again, I did watch both games. I saw enough. We had chances to win the game. But again, it's the Wizards. It's the Wizards. It's the Wizards. Like, would you want to? It's like, it's like if you're in the streets or something, you were chilling with your people, chilling. You know what I mean? And you want to use another word or another phrase for people being dumb, being stupid, not clutch, you could just say something like, man, you just being the Wizards right now. You know what I mean? Like, that's all you got to say, and the world's going to understand exactly what you're talking about. Because this team does not have the mental fortitude in key situations to win a game. They do so many dumb things back to back to back to back to back to back to back, game in and game out. I mean, I've come here 10 games straight. I've been in front of you guys on this camera talking about a loss. 10 games straight. This is the 10th game in a row I'm talking about a loss. And I still watch them. You know what I mean? I still watch them. So who should be blamed? Should it be them or should it be me? You know, I don't know. I could only laugh, y'all. I could only laugh right now because I'm feeling terrible. You know what I'm saying? Lost terribly tonight, you know? And I could only laugh, man, but inside it's not funny. There's no laughter. It's nothing but sadness. No joy. I'm very, very down. So this facade that I'm putting up for you guys tonight, I think I deserve an Academy Award. You know what I'm saying? Word. Anyway, man. So yes, we lost to the Lakers tonight. We lost by 2. Close game. We had a chance to win the game. We just didn't get it done. You know what I'm saying? It was good to see Bradley Beal back on the floor tonight. And for whatever you guys want to say, I know even myself has repeatedly said that Bradley Beal is not, he's a great player, but he's not that $250 million franchise face type that the Wizards are trying to sell its fans to be the lead to a championship. He's not that guy. I'll be the first to admit it. He is not that guy. But for anybody that says that the Washington Wizards, this year's version of the Washington Wizards, are better without Bradley Beal, please stop smoking, or you're just pure hate in your blood. Pure hate in your blood, yo. You know what I'm saying? And although I don't like what the management, the organization, the decisions that have been made to hate Bradley Beal because of what management wants to do in regards to paying him and signing him to a long-term contract is unfair to that man. You know what I'm saying? Because if any of us are in this situation that he has been afforded, we're going to do the same thing. We're signing that contract no matter what. We're getting that $250 million. All right? So I'm upset with what's going on with the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? But for anybody to say that we're better without Bradley Beal, tonight, Bradley Beal made a strong case. It really is not even a case, because I already know. At least this version. It's arguable if you want to say over time, over seasons, because there were stretches in previous seasons where the Wizards played well without him. And that makes you say just period, the team is better without Bradley Beal. But this year's version of the Washington Wizards, to say that we're better without Bradley Beal, you guys aren't watching basketball. You're being emotional. You're not thinking logically. Bottom line. We had a chance to win the game tonight, and if it wasn't for Bradley Beal, we wouldn't have had that chance. He played a great game for him coming back in a time where we needed to get a win, and we had a chance to win the game, and we just didn't get the win. And he hit a clutch shot at the end of the game to tie the game up. You know what I'm saying? So we just cannot blame Bradley Beal for all the misery. You blame the management if you want to blame anybody for the hirings, the roster decisions, things of that nature. But to act as if we are better than without Bradley Beal, you're being straight up delusional, man. Tonight was a perfect night to show that this team, there were many stretches throughout this game, especially in the second half, especially in the third quarter, and parts of the fourth quarter, where if this team could play, Kuzma, Porzingis, and Beal could play to the level that they played in those stretches, when they looked phenomenal on offense, this team could be extremely competitive. The problem is the team does not have the mental fortitude to make it last from the tip up to the buzzer triple zeros at the end of the fourth quarter. They don't have the mental fortitude to keep focused, put their foot on the team's neck, and run beautiful basketball throughout the game in and game out. You know, they got to get that focus. But tonight, I saw a lot of encouraging signs with Bradley Beal in the lineup. The big three playing again together. And we lost by 2 points against the Los Angeles Lakers that have been playing very well lately. You know what I'm saying? In LA. After playing them two Sundays ago, where Anthony Davis, which he didn't play tonight because he's hurt, but he went off on us for 55 points. The last game Bradley Beal played, and while we were on a losing streak then, though, I ain't gonna sit here in front. We were on a losing streak then too, but it was extended with Brad. We really had no chance to win any of those games, and we didn't win any of those games without Bradley Beal. You know what I mean? So Bradley Beal came back, played very well tonight. You know what I mean? So with all of that said, we're going to start with the things that I liked tonight while I was watching this game and the other game at the same time, you know? So I thought that there were, like I just said, there were stretches throughout the game where the offense was flowing. They were moving the ball, getting great shots. The big three looked playing in unison. Played well, you know what I mean? There were times where we played well tonight, and I definitely like that. Kyle Kuzma had a monster game tonight. 22 points, 16 rebounds. I mean, that's a monster game. That's the type of game that I like from Kyle Kuzma. I guess he felt like he had something to prove. You know, players come back when they're playing their old teams. They always want to show that they got something to prove. And we had a player on the other side on the Lakers that did the same thing, made big shots for them, and I'll talk about that when I speak about the things I didn't like tonight. So Kyle Kuzma played very well tonight. Overall, he was doing a little bit of everything on both sides of the ball. You know what I mean? 22 points, 16 big rebounds, pushing the pace, getting assists, had 2 assists, pushing the pace though. You know what I mean? And just being that point forward that we like him to be, to let Bradley Beal play off the ball and let Porzingis get position in the post and get him some good, shots in the paint. You know what I mean? So I felt Kyle Kuzma played a great game tonight. And he needs to continue to play like that. And us having Bradley Beal back relieves some of the scoring load that Kyle Kuzma has been trying to take the last few games. And it allows him to focus on other things, which gives us as a team a better chance to win the game. You know what I mean? So I definitely like what I saw from Kyle Kuzma tonight. Bradley Beal, Bradley Beal played very well tonight, man. Scored that 29, 30 points that we need when he's playing in order for us to have a chance to win. You know what I mean? He gave us what he should be giving, a $250 million player should be giving us. 29 points tonight, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. He did have 3 turnovers. You know what I mean? There was a little, sometimes he does some dumb things on the court. You know what I mean? But overall, he played well tonight. There is no doubt about it. Very efficient, 9 for 17, over 50% shooting. He was 0 for 3 from the three-point line, so that was quite disappointing. But he got to the free throw line and shot 13 attempts, made 11 of them, so he shot the free throws well. I thought he played a very well-rounded game tonight, and he came up big when we really needed him to. Bottom line, he really came up big, and especially in the third quarter. He opened up, he scored 11 points in the third quarter alone. You know what I mean? So 11 of his 29 points was in the third quarter, where we were playing some of our best basketball and showing the potential that the Washington Wizards can have if they could sustain this game in and game out. I mean, they had a beautiful third quarter. There is no doubt that if you watch what they did in the third quarter, that you're like, yo, why can't this team play like this all the time? Why can't they do this all the time? You know what I'm saying? Because if they could, we would be much more competitive like we were earlier in the season. We've lost 10 games in a row. A good portion of them, we didn't have Bradley Beal. But when we did, we were still losing. So we can't just say it was because Bradley Beal wasn't there. But it's the fact that they cannot stay focused enough to get wins. We lost 10 games in a row, man. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying that, but we've lost 10 games in a row. But Bradley Beal played well tonight. And his mid-range game, his step-back game is elite. Again, there's no way that we're better without Bradley Beal. There's no way. I mean, the offense, he's an elite scorer. He does things I don't see other players in the NBA doing. Now, sometimes I get mad that he settles for the J, where he could drive the ball, but he drives the ball, draws fouls, finishes, get and ones, can pass the ball. Bradley Beal's an elite player, y'all. He's an elite player. You know what I'm saying? But he's just a tier. There's tiers to being elite. He's not a superstar, A++ elite player, but he's an A elite player, though. You know what I mean? He's A elite and elite player. You know what I mean? He played well tonight, man. I like Denny being Denny. You know what I'm saying? Denny played 21 minutes tonight, had 8 points, 3 rebounds. He was responsible for guarding LeBron James a lot of times tonight, you know what I mean? And he played solid. Not big numbers, but again, he's the glue guy. Somebody got to be the dirty work guy. Somebody got to be the guy that guards the best perimeter player on the other team, and that is Denny Avdia. And I thought that he played okay tonight. You know what I'm saying? I like Porzingis at times tonight. There was the good and the bad with Porzingis tonight. And since we're talking about what I like tonight, I'm going to talk about the things I like about Porzingis first, before I talk about the things I didn't like about him. But when Porzingis decides that, okay, I'm going to go into the paint, that's when he's most effective. When he decides that he wants to play like a traditional center, that's when he is most effective. He played all right tonight. You know what I mean? He had a double-double, 21 and 11, 5 assists, 2 steals. I mean, if you just look at the stat line without looking at the field goal attempts to field goal makes, you know what I mean, and look at all the other stuff, that stat line looks like a great stat line. But I feel that he could have had even much more of an effect on the game, and he could have scored even more points if he decides that I'm going to be a center. I'm going to play like I'm 7'3" the vast majority of the game. You know what I'm saying? So when he decided to play in the post, I thought he played very well. He caused problems for the Lakers. And he also caused problems for the Lakers on the defensive end when he was playing in the post as well. You know what I mean? So somebody got to get to Coach Unseld and tell him to tell Porzingis that I don't want to see you shooting more than 3 threes in any game moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, Porzingis attempted 9 threes tonight, and he shot 18 shots. So half of his shot attempts tonight were from the three-point line. He wasn't doing that when Beal wasn't playing, but as soon as Beal gets back, he wants to shoot threes. That's what I'm talking about with Porzingis, man. I was going to wait until I spoke about the things I didn't like about tonight's game, but I'm talking about it now. It is what it is. When he settles for too many three-point shots, man, I was so last game against the Clippers in the prior game, I think he didn't play in the Denver game, but the game before the Denver game, those last 2 games, he made an emphasis to stay in the post and play the majority of the game, take the majority of his shots in the post, and I felt he played much better games. Now, in the last game against the Clippers, he didn't score well. I mean, he scored under 19 points, but it still was the mentality. And if he keeps doing that, then over time, he's just going to naturally get better at playing in the post. You know what I'm saying? But tonight, to see him, especially in the first quarter, shoot so many threes, those 9 attempts, 5 of those attempts, if he just decided to go in the post, could have been points in the paint for him, or it could have been assists to one of his teammates. But to settle for 3-point shots like he's one of an elite 3-point shooter, that's on coach. I mean, that's on him too, but that's on coach for not settling him down and telling him, stop shooting threes. Stop shooting threes, dog. You're 7'3". Damn, man. I mean, we lost by 2 points, and he attempts 9 threes. We lose by 2 points, and he attempts 9 threes. Come on, Porzingis. You're 7'3". Damn, man. 7'3". I just get so frustrated when he does that. 9 3-point attempts from the center. Who does that? And we lose by 2 points. Coach Unseld has to say, yo, stop shooting three. That's on Coach. That right there is on Coach. Coach got to tell him, stop shooting threes, man. Stop shooting threes. You know what I mean? So I was very unhappy about that. Very unhappy about that. But I felt when he played in the post and he decided that I'm going to score in the post, he was damn near unstoppable. Again, he was 7 for 18 from the field. 2 for 9 from three-point range. So he made 7 shots. He made 7 shots in the post. 7 of 9. He was 7 of 9 from the post. It's full. No. He wasn't 7 of 9. He was 5 of 9 from the post. 5 of 9 from the post. He has to just have a mentality of, yo, man, I'm gonna pass up a decent shot, because all of those threes aren't clean, wide open threes. Not all of them. Some are rushed. Some are rushed. He has to say, yo, I'm gonna take the ball at the 3, pass it, and make it a point to go to the post and try to score in the paint. He has to do that. That's what we need from him in order for us to have the best chance to win. Period. The max is 3 3-pointers a game. Damn, it just makes me so mad. It's like he forgets he's 7'3". Let me talk about something else, because I could talk all night about that alone. It's so frustrating, yo. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. I like Goodwin tonight. When he got in the game, he pushed the pace. I thought he played well. He was a plus 10 on the floor tonight. He 7 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, no turnovers. I mean, that's what you want to see from your backup point guard. I thought that he was much more effective on the floor tonight than Monte Morris. He should have played a little, like Monte played 29 minutes. Goodwin played 21. It should have been more like maybe Morris played 27, 26. Goodwin played 23, 24 minutes. Goodwin should have played a little more. Morris should have played a little less tonight. You know what I mean? So I like what Goodwin did. Just filling up the stat sheets. Just being a pest on defense. Not scared. And just playing like he's supposed to be out there. So I definitely was happy about that. But, I also like Gafford off the bench tonight, too. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like Gafford off the bench. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I definitely like Gafford off the bench tonight. He was extremely effective. He was happy to see Bill back because his energy level was up 100 tonight compared to some of his earlier games when he was in the slump. But tonight was one of his best games of the season, in my opinion. He was a plus 11 on the floor, 12 points, 5 rebounds. And another thing about Bradley Beal is just his presence on the floor. Just him being on the floor opens up the offense in so many ways. It provides better spacing. It makes the other team pay attention to him, which it leads to easy alley-oop for Daniel Gafford, wide open shots for other players when they move the ball. So Gafford definitely plays better when Bradley Beal was on the floor. Well, at least tonight. I gotta see more of Bradley Beal moving forward, because and them playing the way they played when they played their best basketball tonight, if they could play like that moving forward. But I believe that Gafford could be what he was tonight with Bradley Beal back, because he played very well. He was a presence on the paint. Now, he did get dunked on. He did. I mean, well, Russell Westbrook missed the dunk, but Russell did put him on the floor, though. He put him on the floor, but he was still playing with a lot of intensity, and I definitely like what I saw from Gafford tonight. You know what I'm saying? Although I didn't think Morris played his best game tonight, I do think that Morris did. There were times where the team got a little, loose with the ball, disjointed on offense until Morris gets the ball. Morris has a calming effect on the team. He's not the most explosive point guard. He's not a point guard that demands a double team or you know what I mean, that makes crazy things happen or stands out when he's on the floor. You know what I'm saying? But I felt that he didn't have any turnovers tonight. So our point guards didn't have any turnovers tonight. But I felt when he was on the floor, when the team got disjointed and he got the ball, he calmed the team down and he slowed them down when we were, just turning the ball over and doing dumb things. You know what I mean? So I do like his presence on the floor. I think all season he's been a calming presence. There's times where you want to see him do more or stand out more, if you will, on the floor. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't make too many mistakes. He didn't shoot the ball well from the floor tonight. But again, he's trustworthy with the ball. He is trustworthy. We're not going to turn the ball over that much when he is on the floor, and I do like that. I thought in the third quarter we ran great offense, but we also had some great defense as well. You know what I'm saying? Had the Lakers didn't score as efficiently, which helped us get back into the game, and it was because of our defense. So I definitely like seeing that. And I thought we started the fourth quarter well. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, hold on. I just noticed that. All right. Okay, yeah. So we just started the fourth quarter well. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely like that. But again, we just couldn't sustain. And then towards the end of the fourth quarter, it's like when we smell a win, we just lose focus. We just get discombobulated and just start to fall apart and unravel. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened tonight, and that's what has been occurring throughout this season. You know what I mean? But that's everything that I liked about tonight's game. It was enough to win, but unfortunately, we didn't get the win. And the reason we didn't get the win is some of the things I'm about to speak about now. You know what I mean? So these are some of the things I didn't like about tonight's game. And for one, I thought the Lakers were getting to the basket too easily throughout the game. One of the last sequences of the fourth quarter was a microcosm of the ease in which the Lakers got to the paint tonight, driving down the lane. And it was when I forgot who, I think it was Kuzma and Gafford jumped out on Thomas Bryant at the top of the key. And Thomas Bryant just got the ball to LeBron James and they left the lane wide open for him to get a easy slam dunk. That was like a, it wasn't that easy all night, but that was a great example of just the Lakers being able just to get to the paint almost at will tonight. They won the battle with the points in the paint tonight. And it was, by a lot, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't have that stat in front of me. But just watching that game, they got, whether it was driving to the basket, Westbrook, scooping a shot under Porzingis, LeBron James bodying Porzingis, bodying Gafford, and laying it up easily. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was them throwing the alley-oop, whether it was Austin Reeves getting the floater. I mean, they were just scoring in the paint at will tonight. You know what I mean? So just definitely was a low point. I definitely didn't like that. Austin Reeves got hot in the first quarter, hit some big threes. You know what I'm saying? And then, hold on. All right. Yeah, he hit some big threes and was a plus 15 on the floor, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Just played a good all-around game. Great game for a role player. You know what I mean? So I definitely didn't like that. And then I didn't like, I kind of like, Unseld having Porzingis guarding Reeves a little. I liked it in concept, in theory, because we know that Reeves isn't going to take Porzingis off the dribble, and it allows Porzingis to roam and maybe play some good off-ball defense. So I understand the logic and why he made that decision. But what I didn't like was double teaming off of Reeves, Porzingis trying to double team LeBron James, and you know LeBron James is one of the best passers in the league, has been like that for his whole career, 20 plus years. So Coach Unseld, I don't know why you're doubling LeBron James when you know that he can pass the ball very well. And you double him twice, you let Reeves get the 2 floaters, and then you double him and you let Thomas Bryant wide open for 3s in the same spot. I mean, you can't you can't let that happen. These are NBA players, you know what I mean? So I definitely didn't like Reeves getting hot, getting open, and I didn't like some of the defensive strategies that we used that allowed Reeves to get open and get open shots, you know what I mean? LeBron James is LeBron James. Need I say more? You know what I mean? He played a great game as usual. You know what I mean? Against the Wizards, whether he was playing with Cleveland. I mean, I remember the games in the playoffs against Cleveland in the 2000s when he was doing us dirty, and he just continued to do us dirty in 2022. I mean, that was like 15 years ago, and it's 15 years later, and he's still doing the same type of thing. You know what I mean? 33 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds, 0 turnovers, a 1 block, no plus 10 on the floor tonight. I mean, what else can I say about it? What else can I say? That's why I understand, West, like, we need to double LeBron. But if LeBron's going to beat you with points, LeBron's going to beat you with points. But you can't let those role players get wide open shots and let them get momentum and start feeling themselves. You can't take everything away. LeBron is not an elite scorer in regards to skill level scoring. He scores in key moments. He can score driving to the post, driving to the paint. He can hit the 3. He has an all right jumper. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. But you can't double him, you know what I mean, and leave Reeves, which a man that can shoot 3s, or Thomas Bryant. I mean, he was on our team. So you know that he can hit the 3. You just can't do that. You just can't do that, yo. Know what I mean? So I wasn't happy about that. I already talked about Porzingis shooting way too many 3s. I'm not going to talk about it again. I'm going to get angry, so I don't want to talk about that again. I already talked about the too many alley-oops we were giving up tonight. Had the Lakers looking like the Harlem Globetrotters. You know what I'm saying? So, definitely didn't like that. Lonnie Walker got hot from 3 early in the game. I don't recall him being... Oh, what? He had 20, what am I talking about? He had 21 points tonight. As a matter of fact, I'm just noticing this, that the starting 5 of the Lakers all scored in double figures tonight. And then you had Westbrook coming off the bench scoring 9 points with 8 assists and 9 rebounds. Almost has a triple-double off the bench. Oh, my God. I just noticed this. I can't believe this, yo. He was a -5. I guess that's the only thing you could like. And he had 3 turnovers, but 9, 8, and 9 off the bench. I mean, you would like that. But again, we had Jordan Goodwin give us 7.57. Shout out to the Hampton Road 757. Shout out, you know what I'm saying. But so I guess that kind of canceled each other out. You know what I mean? But the starting 5 for the Lakers scored in double figures. So that's another thing to the list that I didn't write down on my notes that I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? And again, you keep trying to double LeBron James, leaving role players open, letting them score in double figures. This is the type of thing that happens. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely not happy about that. There were 2 plays towards the end of the first quarter where Russell Westbrook should have shot a bad shot, and then he turned the ball over, and both of those plays, we got the ball back, got possession, and we couldn't score at all. We didn't score at all. So I definitely didn't like that. It was kind of like an omen. Again, we lost the game by 2 points. Russell Westbrook took a bad shot and then misses, and then turns the ball over, and we couldn't capitalize on one of those possessions. Disappointing. And we lost the game by 2 points while Porzingis wanted to shoot 9 threes. You know what I mean? Don't like that. We were missing free throws again tonight. We ended the game 19 for 24, 79.2% from the free throw line, Missed 5 free throws, lose the game by 2 points. The Lakers, they shot 16 for 22, so they weren't good from the line either. But I don't care what they were. It's about us. Missed another 5 free throws. We lose the game by 2 points. And Porzingis want to shoot 9 threes. You know what I mean? What else can I say? What else can I say? I already talked about Westbrook getting to the rim, and the whole Lakers really getting to the rim almost at will tonight. But Westbrook was just going crazy tonight, whether he was scoring or whether he was drawing fouls. He was getting to the rim tonight, so I definitely didn't like that. The Lakers took a double-digit lead late in the second quarter. To our credit, we battled back, especially in the third quarter, played some of our best basketball, got back into the game, and it was nip and tuck until all the way to the end, you know what I mean? But I didn't like the fact that we let the Lakers get a double-digit lead on us in the first half. I didn't like that. I already said the Lakers dominated us in the paint, so I definitely didn't like that as well. Bryant, I guess this was a revenge game for him tonight because he played very well. He did things that us as Wizards fans know he can do. He hit the three-pointer, played with a lot of energy, scored in the paint. He ended the game with 16 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, only 2 turnovers. Was an even on the plus-minus. You know what I mean? He just played a great game. We know what Thomas Bryant can do. You know what I mean? So he showed that he's going to be a valuable piece for the Lakers moving forward. You know what I'm saying? We get too many offensive fouls on picks, trying to pick. We're getting too many offensive fouls, too many unnecessary turnovers. We ended the game as a team with 10 turnovers. The Lakers had 9, but a lot of those turnovers were because of those bad picks, and it really felt like we had more than 10 turnovers. So I'm kind of surprised that it was only 10 turnovers, but nonetheless, we got to do a better job of setting picks and not getting called for fouls. You know what I mean? Those are wasted possessions. We lost the game by 2 points. We got to do better in that area of our game. You know what I mean? I already talked about the bad double teams on LeBron at the fourth quarter, leading to Reeves scoring, and also leaving LeBron open in the fourth quarter for that easy dunk that essentially gave the Lakers the momentum to close the game, and we lose our 10th straight. You know what I mean? So, all in all, terrible night in DC sports. You know what I mean? That's all I got in regards to this game. Just disappointed. Saw a lot of great things. It was good to see Bradley Beal back. And there's things that they can really learn from if they take it to heart. You know what I'm saying? Number one thing, Coach Unseld has to go to Porzingis to say, stop shooting threes. You cannot shoot 9 threes in your 7th three. That's just unacceptable. That's unacceptable NBA basketball. I don't care what team, who's the coach. That's fun. A center should not be shooting 9 threes. Half of a center's shot shouldn't be from the three-point line. I'm sorry. I don't care how good of a shooter he thinks he is. Coach Unseld has to say a center can't shoot 9 threes in a game. You can't shoot more threes than the 2 guard. The star $250 million 2 guard. You can't do that. That has to be the number one thing, man. We lost this game by 2 points, and Kristaps Porzingis attempts 9 3-point shots. That cannot happen moving forward. It just can't. It just can't. Anyway, man, that's all I got, y'all. If you enjoyed the content, man, I would really appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel at The Wizards Review on YouTube. You can follow us on @WizardsReview on Twitter as well. You can follow me, King Ade DMV, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on NBA 2K23 on the Xbox Series X and S. You know what I mean? This road trip gets no easier. You know what I'm saying? So the Wizards got to get some rest, get in the film room, look at what they did well tonight, and try to carry that over to the next game, to really the rest of the season. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to seeing if we could snap this losing streak and get back on the winning side of things. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, have a good evening. You know what I mean? Don't let this get you down. Until next game, take care. Peace.